And welcome to the Joy News channel. My name is Victor Achutamaklu. Today we're here for a very important conversation on two fronts. The first part is my guest role at the Ghana Olympic Committee, the new administration of which he is the treasurer. Essentially, the man who handles the finances and everything regarding finances of the Ghana Olympic Committee. Then he is also the head of the Ghana Badminton Association. His name is none other than Evans Yeboah. Hi, Evans. Good afternoon.
Pleasure.
Thank you for agreeing to speak to us.
Great.
You're a hard man to find.
Oh, no. We're working.
Yeah. It's been, what, 6 months?
No, it's almost 5 months, 1 week.
5 months?
1 week, yeah.
Finally, you've made time.
Yeah. It's okay.
Yeah. What has the first 5 months been like for the new GOC leadership?
I think that we have to begin with what exactly is the Olympic Committee and what does it do.
Yeah.
We've been in Ghana since 1951. Our mandate is just two fronts: to be able to build up teams, to be able to represent the country at the highest global level of sport, which is the Olympic Games. So there's a Youth Olympic Games, there's the Summer Olympic Games, and there's a Winter Olympic Games. So Ghana has made multiple representation every 4 years since 1951, missing out in 3 events: the Munich Olympics in '86, we missed out in '72 on the apartheid story, and we regained our foot way back, if you watch, in 1992 in Barcelona. And then culminated it recently in Tokyo with the winning of the bronze again when we had with boxing. So it's about carrying the nation together and making the athletes that each of these national federations own to be able to represent the country at that global level. Again, we are also the Commonwealth Games Association, which is the mandate of all the 74 countries in the Commonwealth. So that speaks volumes in terms of making sure that the Commonwealth sport is deeply represented across all of this. And sport is so big globally now, and we are fortunate to champion that era. But 5 months into the game, it's been very good. First is a great team that we've had. So you have quite a number of experienced people on the table who are sort of coming back to the house again. You have the president himself, who was Secretary General for 8 years in this house. He was also the former hockey president for 8 years. You've got myself, who was the former vice president as well. So a lot of these things that we see ourselves are just trying to see how we could create shape with the team. But it's been very awesome. We came with a clear 5-point mandate for the next 4 years, which is our Olympic cycle. So it begins basically with, first, we put the athletes first. So everything we do or we want to do this 4 years is about the athletes. And that for us is the pedestal that we build all our themes of all the things that we do. So that's why we're able to converge all the 40 national federations out of the capital to have a brainstorming session as to the next 4 years. What do you want to do? What is motivating you within the main nucleus of our themes, and what we want to get ahead for the next 4 years. So for 3 days, we were back-to-back in Koforidua, planning and getting all the national federations to come together, having sessions so we can have a blueprint of a strategic plan. And that strategic plan is going to be launched within the 6 months of our administration. But it's focusing on basically what do we do for the athletes, how do we bring them together, how do we create opportunities for them. And that's what we've been doing the last 5 months. Again, part of our second theme within what we are doing the next 4 years is basically women's empowerment. So if you look at it, we've been able to set up a pure committee just purposely for the advancement of women. And we've enshrined that as part of our strategic plan leg. You will see that women is contributing greatly. We want by 30% representation minimum the next 4 years. So that trickles down to all the 40 national federations, both Olympic sport and non-Olympic national federations. So within that emblem, we're also cushioning it up with gathering stakeholder and largely the sports fund and sport funding. So that we have been doing very well. If you remember, our campaign on the finance side was just growth, glory, and basically funds. So those things that we had done is that the last 5 months we've been able to apply more than what we could have done before. You know, way more. Again, if you look at it, these funds are able to assist these athletes within the 4-year mandate. We have also been able to give scholarships, athlete scholarships to 12 athletes. So some representing from weightlifting, you have athletics. You basically also have athletes also representing from rowing. You know, first time you say that Ghana, there is only a Dancy Shaw or Kolegono, but you have a representation of a Ghanaian-born mother, who lives in Germany and doing very well in the field of rolling. So we find it needful to assist that athletes to be able to qualify for the Olympics in Los Angeles in 2028. So that we have been. Come again?
Who's this athlete?
She's called Mariam.
Mariam.
Yes. So she competed for Rowing World Championships in July in Germany as well. So she has now switched nationality to Ghana. And for us, we are excited about it. And once she's gotten enrolled on Ghana, then it means that she has the potential to be able to qualify for the Olympics. Again, if you look at the other athletes, you've done athletics, you've done boxing, and so on and so forth. So these 12 athletes, right from this month, they will be receiving $700 a month for the next 4 years. So it's going to assist them in their stipend for training. It's going to assist them in qualification, preparation, all guided by their national federations. Again, if you see, we have also assisted the national federations that we have. We have assisted a total.
Before you move to the bit about the national federations, the stipends for the athletes is great.
Correct.
The other component of it, which I suspect will incur a bit more cost, has to be for the trainers.
Correct.
Do we have an arrangement covering that bit as well?
So it's been unprecedented in the presidency of Mr. Richard Akpokavie. The last 5 months, we've been the trainer of the trainee, which is a coach.
Yeah.
We have been able to get a scholarship for a coach in the U.S., a swimming coach, who basically started in September for a 2-year program, would be based in the Olympic City in Delaware. So he's also going for modern trends of sports science and training in swimming. So that's one set example that we have done. Again, we have also assisted federations like boxing.
What's the value of that pool that we're talking? So, for example, let's say annually, yeah,
correct.
Because I'm sure they run models.
Yes.
They would engage experts like you to look at how much, for example, badminton will take, correct, how much the GOC correct will expect. So, correct, what at the conception stage, what is the value of what they expect to put out annually? So
first is, what are the income sources that will go into that fund? So if you look at things, there's an incoming sports levy that will go into the fund. There is a top-up of the Sports Gaming Commission. Don't forget, it's all about sporting activity within the gaming sector. So there is a revolving fund within that.
You're saying a lot of things. That's why. So pardon me if I keep interrupting, because you're saying a lot of things that are new to the public.
Correct.
The sports levy, do we know how much the government is going to expect Ghanaians to contribute?
No, those details, first is the framework aspect. Okay. So that's the first approval. Once it's gotten cabinet approval, which is the framework.
Go to parliament to be debated.
Now to go to parliament, it will go into 3 sessions. Then now it comes back to stakeholders. Okay. Then it goes to Attorney General for the legal style. Yeah. Then we are done. So once it comes down to us, then again we can all now go into the details. First is to get the mandate from the presidency that, look, is this a go or no? And now we have the goal. Okay. So once we have the goal, now is to work out the.
But at the conception stage, they didn't mention what figure the sports levy is targeting.
No, at the conception stage, you only have ideas building and thoughts building, and how to build that framework. Okay. Once is the approval.
But have they mentioned how much they expect to raise through the sports levy?
Oh, it's going to be able to not solve all the problems, but it's going to solve some of the problems in stages.
No, I'm not asking what it will do.
Okay.
Levies essentially will raise money.
Correct.
Yeah, their revenue sources. And I'm asking, when they mentioned it, was there a mention of how much they expect to raise annually?
No, but there was figures in triples that could be able to go to assist all the national federations and the sports sector.
So you're talking millions?
And millions.
Okay. All right.
Again, you look at all of these things that we are all pushing from the Olympic Committee level. Yeah. If you look at us, we also celebrated the Olympic Day on June 21, which was voted as the best in Africa. It was something unprecedented that had happened in 4 years. The last time Olympic Day was celebrated was in Koforidua in 2021 in June. So where there was tree planting and all of that. But if you look at what we've done this year, is to be able to bring the school children together. So we were able to do a debate session for school children for a total of 12 schools. Yeah. We were able to march through the principal streets of the major areas from the hockey pitch right through the former Flagstaff House, right through to the sports stadium. And speeches were held and prizes were given to the students. These things that you see gives us a day that we want to bring students together in the educational sector that, look, Basically, there's a need to see how culture and Olympics mix together with education. And that's what we were able to do. Again, if you see us, we cannot run after 6 months without a cabinet. So we were able to launch 3 weeks ago our full spectrum of our subcommittees. So the 12 subcommittees are tailored towards gearing and advising the leadership on some of the things that they would do. There was committees level in events, there was committees on game, there was committees on medical and anti-doping. There was committees also spreading right through government relations. There was committee that was spreading through finance. There was committee that was spreading through our Alamasaman project. Yeah. So again, all of these things are made up of people from the public opinion and also majority from the National Federation. So we believe that we're on the right track of things that we need to do and things that we need to involve. Again, with communication. We've put together a communication team which is quite responsive. If you look at all the things that has been happening the last 4 months, it's right in the faces of people. We've been able to redefine and redesign our website as well. So it's more responsive to the needs of communicating to the public and the things that we've been able to do.
Right. The other aspect of the question on the sports fund pertains to the Badminton Association directly.
Correct.
How much do you expect the sports fund to generate for you?
Okay, first we have a sports act, we have an LI. So you have a legislative instrument which is giving you directives or direction as to how you need to do as a national federation. So it says that by September middle, each national federation must submit its budget for the ensuing year. So for 2026, we submitted our budget to the Sports Authority, which is the mandate body. So it was crossing almost 1.4 million cedis for January 2026 to December 2026, local and foreign components.
What's the number at the GOC level? Because you sit across the other side of the table.
In terms of the numbers are huge at the GOC level. Because you see, GOC doesn't have athletes.
Yeah.
GOC is made up of national federations who are members of the Olympic Committee per its structure. So what happens is that our focus is the major games. So if you watch, we were in Algeria for the African Schools Games. Yeah. In next week, the team sport of volleyball and handball will be in Burkina Faso. If you see in December, there's the African Youth Games, which has never happened since 2014. It's been tried to happen on the continent, but the leaders sometimes, but now we're going to have it in Angola in this December. So our budget primarily next year is focusing on 3 main points. The first one is the Winter Games in February. The Winter Games is going to happen in Italy, Milano. The next one is going to happen is the Commonwealth Games. That's happening in summer, in July. Then the last one will be the Youth Olympic Games. That's happening in October 31 to November 13. So if you look at all of us, for us, our submission was on the 3 themes, and it's covering for what it usually needs to be, a budget of almost 6 million Ghana cedis.
So how much of that is the GOC raising by itself?
Oh, usually we do between 20 to 30%, depending on other assistance that we give. For example, the Commonwealth Games, we are giving assistance to federations to prepare themselves. Again, so we work in collaboration with government, but GOC don't own the team. It's the government who owns the national teams. Yeah. So we only come in to support and make sure that the team is prepared and arrive and the team can go.
Now, if I'm sure you heard of the Evans Yeboah episode.
Okay, which one?
Her complaints about how she, at the last World Championship, she was given just 1 kit. If you go back to the Birmingham Commonwealth Games, there was a similar story.
If you go back to even Gold Coast 2018.
For some time now, there has been issues. We know that we don't prepare athletes well for games, but the scale on which we are seeing these things, at least in the last 2 Olympic cycles, has been simply unacceptable. How do we ensure that going forward, because as we speak today, Deborah Akwa's career is literally over.
Yes.
And it's because we played tennis with whose responsibility it was to make sure that she got her treatment. Is this new administration going to assume responsibility for Deborah Akwa and get her the treatment she needs? And going forward, what sort of medical insurance or arrangements, I don't know whether it's insurance or you guys are going to take it upon yourselves, but it is unacceptable that athletes will compete for us.
Yes.
And then when they get injured, we say,
you're on your own.
You're on your own.
Yeah.
What's the latest on the Deborah Akwa thing, if you guys have touched her case?
Let me just run you back a bit when we came into office the last 5 months. Even with taking recognizance from the medical point of view, even at our school games, we make sure that the medical team was profound. And look, we spent a lot when even an athlete was in Algeria and got ill. Yeah. But we had to look at getting a solid medical team which was present, and I'll thank Dr. Abna Tano and the team of the other Tano, the physiotherapist. Yeah. It was nights and nights of putting in that experience to be able to get some of these athletes going. So look, we understand that there is a lead athlete within what we create and what we do going forward. The president has even been engaging the athletes on things that we need to do, and don't forget that we've also been engaging the federation on things that needs to do going forward. So I'm sure as we're engaging, she's very ready to be able to get on to do what we need to do, because this is her country. But in as much as it's her country, we cannot put her life at stake. And we are very resounding to be able to receive all of these gestures.
Evans, you've been engaging for 5 months.
Yes.
You knew her story before.
Yes.
Should it take this long for us to still be saying that she's now, I think she should be 29 by now.
Correct. No, we are
her
not.
Clock is ticking.
We are not looking at the point that we've been around for 5 months. Don't forget the problem started way back, even from Birmingham. In 20. I was there in Birmingham. Yeah. Even it started when we were in Tokyo, even when it got back to Commonwealth Games in Australia for some of the athletes. Even in Glasgow, it even came up. Yeah. But the point we are trying to do is that first, we need to engage. Don't forget the athlete was in school over a 4-month period. Yeah. We just had opportunity to grab her the last 3 weeks. And that's why I said that even the president has taken the mantle on himself and he's engaging with her. What we have assured is that there's a road to glory with whatever challenges that she has. But don't forget, the National Federation is also resounding and having a program which will suit each and other person. We've had 2 injuries in the athletic sector, and even some of them with the boys. But these are things that once we create the system, things will evolve. And it will be better next year. I mean, by January, once we finish not only with her, but it is a whole medical program that is going on. We just yesterday met with the medical committee. They're bringing out some guidelines on things that we can do to enhance such performances. And that's why I reiterated that first we have to build a structure. In as much as we're building the structure, the athlete was in school. We only got opportunity 30 days ago. We've launched our committees. We are all getting on to what we need to do to get him right back. So in 3 months' time, it's a resounding word from me, but now we are beginning the framework of the engagement.
All right. Let's talk about.
And don't forget, this is managed by the federations.
Let's talk about the national team now.
Yes.
For badminton.
Correct.
You're smiling now because the conversation we had yesterday, you seemed very excited about the prospects of the team for the world competition that they are participating in. First of all, bring us viewers up to speed with what tournament it is, how many athletes is the Badminton Federation entering?
Well, thank you so much. I think that, let me recap and back. We started this year strongly. We have a strategic plan, first of all, up to 2032. So we gauge ourselves each year on participation, performance, playing, and basically interest that comes around. So first, there's a coaching and technical officiating education. We so far have educated almost about 274. Just this March, we educated another 48 people for national technical officiating. These particular things that we do enhances the sport and not just playing. Again, if you look at other performance, we went to the Africa Schools Games, and badminton contributed to 40% of Ghana's overall medal. We are the only ones that got the gold. We got 2 gold, we got 1 silver, and we got 2 bronze. So the 5 medals we had out of a total of 14 for the whole Ghanaian contingent for us was a very proud moment for our athletes and for each and every stakeholder in the sport. Again, in the month of July and August, we hosted back-to-back 28 days solid of global 5 competitions. So 78 countries, 5 global tournaments. We hosted the Africa Air Badminton Championship in La Boma Beach. We proceeded again with the Africa Under-15 Championship. The Africa Beach Badminton, we won silver and bronze. In the Africa Schools in the Africa Under-15 Championship, we won 5 gold medals and 1 bronze. If you come to the Africa Air Badminton Championship, we won the mixed doubles gold, we won the men's triple gold, and we won the relay triple gold.
And there's the 29 medals the team won recently.
Exactly. So that's
so the team is quite prepared for this one.
Very. So this is the World Championship, so which is big. I mean, you've got about 48 countries who have arrived in India, and don't forget, this is our 3rd time that we've qualified as African champions.
Yeah.
We were in Yogyakarta some years ago when we qualified. 2 years ago, we were in the US when we qualified. And then this year, we've made it to India. You have a team of a very solid squad who just won all the 29 medals there and keeping up with things that we need to do. These things that, that we do are so critical for the sport because largely we put in the athletes and the country first. And for us, we are happy that the team has arrived in camp yesterday. Between today and Sunday, they will be going through the training sessions.
Yeah.
And then on Monday, we play our first match with China. We are in the group of death, but we are never going to die. So basically, we play China in the morning, and then in the afternoon, we play England, which we will beat. The next day, China is going to be rappelling. It's going to be tight, but we're going to do our best.
You don't think they are favorites?
China?
Yeah.
The World Championship has been held 34 times. They've won 29 times.
That's why when you said it's going to be tight,
yes,
because when you're talking about China, you don't say tight. You say they are favorites.
No, they are the favorites, but what is going to be is that it is round robin, so it's all play all for the 5 countries in that group.
Right.
So we'll play China first, which is good for us, then at least we can manage
focus
the others.
On the other
exactly.
Games.
So China in the morning, in the afternoon is England. The next day morning is Turkey. The next day afternoon it is Uganda.
Okay.
So then we'll be able to make it into the next group. And we know that that will be for the team event. And then the 3rd day, the individual events will begin. Yes. So look, we are building a team for the next 4 years and 8 years. And we believe that with these young lads that we see are the medal hopefuls that we have for the country, not just badminton. And it is important for us that another resounding victory will come again in December in Angola for the African Youth Games.
Okay.
We would make the nation proud like we did in Algeria, and that we won't mince words about it. But for this World Championship, it is very, very important for the boys and girls, and they have the support of each and every one. I was very happy this morning when the Central Regional Minister called and said, look, he wishes all the best and so on and so forth. The Honorable Minister also sends his regards. He's not in town, but he sends his regards of the things that we are involving ourselves in India. And he sees that we'll be able to make ourselves proud again. So for us, we're excited about it.
Your mandate as the badminton boss ends, I believe, in November.
Yes. December.
December this year, yes. Right. Have you guys had the AGM? Are you going to run for office again?
I don't know. Look, I still have other personal things to do. There are many things that we've done the last 8 years, which is important for the growth of the sport since 1962. Basically, we're looking up that the regional teams and the regional volunteers will be able to step up. The forms for guidelines will be released next month, and we'll look up to it.
Does the Constitution allow you to go for a 3rd term?
Our Constitution is always unlimited in badminton.
It's unlimited?
From the world level.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you are going to run?
Yes, I will run.
Okay.
Yes.
Why?
We started off a program for 12 years, so from 2017, like I mentioned, up to 2032. We are not done yet with where we are going. There are also succession plans that we are building across all our blocks and our development channels, and these things have not been exhausted. So basically, this will be my last term that I'll be going, so we can be able to sustain those strategic initiatives, that we can carry the sport to the next level, and anyone who comes can also continue from where we got.
So 8 years is not enough for you?
Oh, it's not like it's not enough. It's what the plan says and what we are ready to.
But that is
execute.
your plan.
No,
it's your plan.
It's the people's plan. I am only leading that plan. And the people's plan is saying that, for example, we must be able to reach 97% of teachers teaching badminton in schools.
Okay.
We are done with just about 64%. Next month, we are in KJB for a coaching course. We're also in Accra for a coaching course as well. So these initiatives are there, but we are not done yet.
Okay.
We believe that once we get there, we'll be able to cross the river.
If you were to, in 60 seconds, sum up the key achievements of your 8-year term? What would they be?
Good. The first one is largely leading the sport on a high performance level, achieving results across from African Games to African Youth Games to all the youth initiatives and youth activities that we have done. The second one is building together blocks that was not available from 1962. So for example, you never had governance level of structures available. Everything was more of a friendly, it wasn't run like a more corporate and things that needs to be done. We have tried to change that the last 8 years and bringing some together. Some will always lag back, which is okay, it's a normal society. But largely we believe that these things in terms of governance level are very, very important. Again, you must also attest that my role in the Africa and the world level is also enhancing things that Ghana can be able to rescue within that part. But we have been able to bring the sport that at first, before I came, if you talk to 10 people on the street, you only have one person who attests to the sport. But now if you talk to 10 people on the street, you will have at least 7 who attest to the sport. And for that, we are excited.
Okay.
So basically, that's what we want to make sure that the stakeholders are happy. And with communication and marketing too, we've been able to do our best in all endeavors.
Right. Before we end it though, what is this scuffle with the Shuttle Club Association, one of your members? I had wind that they tried to organize a recreational events and they were stopped by the association.
Well, I think that the LI that runs sport give sections of what each and everyone to do. For example, they went to create another parallel body called Shuttle Club in the country. They registered it at the Registrar General.
As a parallel body?
Correct. If you look at the objects of that...
But were you not informed?
Never. We were not. And despite that, we had invited that group